This video is to show the operational condition of the Pioneer fully automatic PL-L800 turntable. It is in very good condition cosmetically. There are some seemingly scuff marks on the turntable cover, dust cover, but there are no cracks in it, no deep scratches. And it is currently powered off. Sorry for the shadows. You will see that once it is turned on, the tone arm will start to drift across. Not sure what is causing that. Probably a limiting capacitor or something of that nature. And now I'm going to power it on. As you can see, the turntable starts. It locks in to the appropriate speed, and the tone arm drifts. If I press the start or start stop button, it goes back, and I can hit the button and it will, the servo will take over and it will bring it to not line up with the beginning of the platter, but maybe a quarter of an inch over. It will play completely through, and once it gets to the end, it will reset itself and then start to drift again. Again, I think that may be because of a limiting capacitor on one of the boards, and that's all I can think that it is. Other than that, it plays beautifully, good tone. We're running it through an Onkyo amplifier and KL8 speakers just for testing. And if tone arm elevation works, I just press that, it comes up. Again, I can move it forward or I can move it backward, and that works fine. If it goes to the end and I release, it will start to drift again, and it will drift to the end and stop. And just stay there. I could hit the stop button and it will track back home. Try to shut off and then start to drift again. And at any point I can stop it. Once it gets home, hit that and you see the servo take over. And again, it starts at a quarter inch or so over. I could hit the arm elevation, and then I can lower it, and I can manually move it to wherever. And it'll continue to play from there. And tracking is very well other than that. But that is the issue with it. Again, tone arm lifts, returns home, gets home, goes to shut off, and then by itself comes back up and starts to drift. I could return it. Hit the elevation button to drop it. It'll try and stop, and then it'll go. Well, and then didn't do it right. Get it back. Hit the elevation a couple of times. It drops it down. Hits the platter. Returns back. Tries to shut off. And there it does. If I hit start, goes over and drops at the beginning. So let's try that again. Raise up the arm. Elevation, drop down. That is not how it's supposed to operate. Bring it back home. And there it stays. Bring elevation back up. It starts drifting on its own. And it starts on its own. So those are the different things that happen, and it stops on its own. Again, could be a limiting capacitor, holding voltage capacitor. The sync could just be off. I'm not sure, but that's how it operates.